What is going on? Listen, Home Depot of all places, I'm walking around, and I got to check out what's going on in grilling and, any kind of camping things they have, things you can use for camping, stuff like that, So I come across Even Embers. It's a suitcase grill. Now, there's a grill I'm going to reference a few times during this video. It's called a Nomad grill. It was a Kickstarter grill for like $5.99. I think now it's like $6.99, like $700. And the reason I'm going to reference it a few times is because it kind of popularized, pioneered this style of grill. And they also had a product line that went with it that was some charcoal and some fire starters. And I'm going to tell you, while I'm at Home Depot today, I find the total package that competes, with that grill. This unit right here, $89 I picked up for today. Prices may vary. I think normal price is right around $99. So along with the Nomad grill that they sell, they do have a product line also of charcoal and some starters and things like that, which is very similar to something I found not too far down the next aisle at Home Depot, is Hex charcoal. This is by a company called Jealous Devils. They also make these, they're bombs. They're a fire starter. It's just a little fake log, like waxy kind of material with a little wick in it. Looks like a little cartoon bomb, something like that. So we'll use those to get everything fired up. We're going to use that charcoal today, kind of like make it a complete package for, what you'd experience from the Nomad grill, except these two products are about half the price of what they're running. And like I said, this one's about $100 off sale, and that thing's, what, $600-700. So let's take a peek at it. All right, like I said before, Even Embers. It's a suitcase grill. Now, what that means is it's got buckles on the front, and when you open it up, it's essentially a double-sided grill. So you can use this part as a grilling surface, and then one of these plates is going to fit into this top piece for a giant grilling surface. Doing a bunch of burgers on this side, maybe you're going to throw some corn over here. This one's not really huge. This one is 400 square inches, so you're only looking at 200 square inches each side. One of the things about these, though, is you cannot use this part down here as a grill. Just use this piece as a grill. So what that gives you is a cover that kind of makes it act like more of a traditional little barbecue pit, you know what I mean? But then, like I said, convertible, you need a little more space. You just like to stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so what they have in here is stamped steel. It's a double wall construction, so the outside, the perforated part you can see is 3/4 of an inch away from the internal pot that's in here. And inside of here, there's vents, air vents. What they give you is a little iron coated in ceramic insert that goes inside there. And then this is the most impressive part so far for a grill this price. Really thick, sturdy, cast grates for you to cook on. So essentially you'd set up both of them. You'd want to get your charcoal started, things like that. You spread your charcoal out, and then now you've got 400 square inches, or like I said, pull all this out, 200 square inches, and it closes. All right, so let's back up just a second and take a look at some of the construction on this. So these latches fit into place just like so. Nice, thick, firm, latched into position. All this stuff is the hardware, if you'll notice, all this hardware is screwed on, so it's probably replaceable, even if you had to improv somewhere down the line. The handle, very solid plastic, and this is metal that's hooking it on there. A couple of screws, my screw's loose. This is what I was talking about, the perforated construction. So you can see inside of there, back there, about 3/4 of an inch is where the internal wall is. Let's take a look at the hinges in the back. So these hinges, not a piano hinge like I've seen before, but a very solid, like I said, bolted on, so they can be replaced if necessary. Probably a very serious hinge. All right, I wanted to take a look at that while we still had a little bit of daylight. We might be eating in the dark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this tray, and I'm going to leave the grill grate out. And I'm going to use it just as a flip top grill here. All right, so look, we got her opened up the way we're going to use it today. And like I said, inside is a nice little tray right there that's going to hold all your charcoal. What we're going to do is use this little bomb. It's from the same company, Jealous Devils. That's going to make the charcoal we're going to use. So we're going to kind of keep it over to one end. And now I don't have a chimney that we're going to use, so I'm just going to do the old-fashioned pile it up technique and see what we can get. And then we'll just basically encase it. All right, so this should be the equivalent of maybe 5 or 6 of those full sticks. Little pile I got going on here. I got my little wick down inside of there that I'm going to have to try to light. So let's get this fired up and see how it works. All right, our little wick is lit. It's just a little wax cord. Should be burning up soon to the edge of that ball, and we can get it going. Alrighty, listen, I'm gonna be honest. The charcoal I'm using, the octagon charcoal, I think is probably best with a chimney. I think it works best if you stand it up so the tubes run, the insides get charry. Laying it all flat in a little stack and burn it from underneath. It took a long time. At 15 minutes, I put the blowtorch on it for a minute or two, and then I let it go 5 more minutes. So we're looking at like 20 minutes. I got it arranged. I got the grill in there heating up, and we're going to see what kind of temps we're getting at all, and then we're going to throw some food on there. All right, so if I can get just the grates, I'm looking at 495, 515, 520. Now, if I can get some of that charcoal, high 8s, 900 degrees easy in there. So we should get a decent sear when I lay these down. I'll throw a little seasoning on these burgers and get them on there. All right, let's see if we can get an idea of what that initial sear looks like. I'm gonna reach over, open her on up. Let's see if we can get listen. Oh, so not bad. We definitely gonna sear as we put these down. Let them boys roll. All right, 4 minutes in. Let's see what these bad boys. Take a look at them. Looks like good grill marks. I mean, this thing's definitely hot. That charcoal got hot like it said it was. Now, something interesting about this charcoal is that they claim you can douse this with water when you're done, and you can use them again. And I don't know if I believe that because I had a hard time getting them lit the first time. So let's get that shut. Let it run a little while longer. Alrighty, we're at 4 minutes on the other side. Let's pop this bad boy and see what we got. All right, beautiful. Let's see what the other side looks like. Oh, nice. See if I can hold this up there for you. Nice grill marks on that bad boy. So we're gonna flip these over. See, yeah, they're still a little juicy. They're thick boys. Let's throw a little cheese on these bad boys. Since we're only charcoaling on this side and this side's cold, essentially, we're gonna toast this bun over there. All right, like I said, nothing fancy you gotta go online about. I would appreciate if you go in the comment section and check out my Amazon store. Watch this video up here in the corner. It's a similar video in that it's a very similar grill. It's a Walmart version of this grill this time. It's even cheaper than this one. Check that video out. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy. I don't know what I'm talking about.